Hey guys, welcome to another vlog, video, whatever you want to call it. Down here at the track for the first time to have a proper look after these storms to see how much damage basically they've done. So obviously there was a hell of a lot of water running over the drift park, and it definitely does take its toll on the venue, more so the track than anything else. And the hard thing is, with all this council stuff going on, I just don't, I don't want to spend money on it, so a lot of this stuff here that's really bad because they're already cracked, and then on top of that, basically all this water that's been running over everything pulls more dirt out and makes the situation worse. So this is a real scary part. Our big main corner here at the track is really suffering. So it's driftable, right? Like, you're not noticing little bumps and things like that in a drift car. You're just happy to drift. Problem is, we have little bits like chunking away, and we're having to constantly patch it at the moment, and it's just sucky because especially with comps and things, and just anything in general on the big days, like this whole area here has sunk. There's a line here that's sunk and a line there that's sunk as well, and that one quite regularly breaks up. This one's about to start breaking up. You can see where the water's been running through here and taking the dirt out from underneath. And then this one is new, so this has just started to be a problem as well. And you can see it actually moves around under my foot. So yeah, this spot here and here, this area is really bad because it's just sinking a lot. Another little bad spot there. This area here is becoming, it isn't a big problem yet, but that will become a problem spot. And then further around the corner here on the main straight, we've had a spot that's been an issue for quite some time, but only very recently it started to become, I guess, a problem as such. We do have our potholes on the outside there, that doesn't matter, that's off track. But this area here, so this area here is really, really bad because this is where they used to line the cars up to go drifting. So basically where the concrete starts is pretty much where the start line used to be, and cars used to be lined up down here, and basically they'll drop a bunch of oil, a line of oil there, a line of oil here. And that's why, I don't know if you're able to see it on camera, but the asphalt here is really eaten away. And even more so on this side, like you look at this area here, there's pretty much nothing there. You see it sort of looks shiny. And I did mention a little while ago about the whole popping tires and how it does damage the track as well. You can see that gouge mark there. So those big gouge marks are from people popping tires on the track, and they kind of don't realise that when you do pop a tyre, you do cause a heap of damage to the track. But anyway, this area here is bad, and then that area there again, this is just where oil was dripping, when it used, the way the track used to be run, and over there as well. It just basically causes the track to fall apart. And then it's getting sort of bad around here as well. One thing we got to keep in mind is this was a go-kart track, so it was never designed to have heavy cars on it. So it wasn't ever done thick enough. But basically, I need to get asphalt guys in here and get this place sorted out. Sooner rather than later. If anyone does have an amazing asphalt hookup, let me know. Hit me up on Instagram or Facebook. I have been burnt by multiple asphalt companies so far with things that happened here. When I got this section done and that section done over there, it was $34,000 I paid for that stuff, and it was meant to be like a certain thickness and be smooth and all that sort of stuff, and basically immediately we had issues. There were spots that were super thin, and then as soon as drifting started, it started to break up. They came and sorted it out a little bit, but yeah, essentially they didn't do good prep work, and it led to some crappy spots. And that same asphalt company did this big patch here, which was only done about 2 years ago, and it's already destroyed. Like, it's already completely falling apart, sinking here, sinking there, sinking there, sinking there, like really badly. And like, we're not taught, trucks aren't driving on this or anything. This is literally just drift cars. So, you know, I think a lot of it is more to do with just getting good prep work done, where here all they did is come and, you know, took a layer off, didn't fix any of the actual issues, and just laid over the top. So, and there was some other patches I did before I did the concrete down the other end that a company did a terrible job at it. I hit them up to come and repair their crappy job because it made a huge puddle right on the entry into the corner. Turned out they went bankrupt in the two weeks after they did the job for me. So unfortunately, I've had absolutely terrible luck with asphalt companies, but I would really love to look into it. And, you know, we want to get these Save Archie shirts going, which will help, you know, offset the cost of basically getting our entire main corner fixed. So we need to really start from here and asphalt this entire corner right around till where the concrete starts over there. And then ideally there's another small stretch from there to over there, or just to where the concrete is, that we want to get fixed or redone. Essentially make it nice and smooth, add a little bit of slope to it, so we don't have issues with water sitting on the track. So again, anyone knows an asphalt company or owns an asphalt company, please hit us up and, you know, do us a deal, help the track out. The council is still on our backs, but things are looking better. There's just a lot of hoops we're having to jump through, but ultimately right now the track is really falling apart, and we really need to get it sorted out so that if council is going to come to the party, you know what I mean, we'll be fine. And if they don't, at least, you know, some shirt sales and things like that, and at least the drifting in the meantime will give us half a chance of paying that off. And again, this is me, again, not looking at things from a business point of view. This is strictly a drifting point of view, and to make things better for drifting. Like, the business side, if I was just looking at this strictly business, I would just keep, you know, babying and just putting bits of concrete in where it breaks, and just basically band-aiding it every time. Where, you know, now I would, for drifting, you know, to make this place better for drifting, I would love to get these spots fixed, because, you know, a lot of times these wet beginner nights now, I'm having to completely change the layout to suit missing the bad parts of the track, and then, you know, at these wet events, I'm having to, you know, if it rains heavy, I'm having to cancel the events because we don't want to damage the track more. So yeah, it's a tough situation. Again, just being a leaseholder or a rent, basically I rent the track, but I'm also responsible for, not responsible for, but it's at my expense to keep the track going, even though it's not technically my venue. But they, you know, realistically for the Speedway, this is just a car park. They use it like they use it for car parking. They don't have any use for Speedway cars out here, or they don't run go-karts, nor do they have any desire to run go-karts or anything like that. So it's just up to us to keep it going. We want to rent the place for the purpose of drifting, so we have to keep it, you know, for ourselves in a driftable condition. And that's, you know, why, even though it wasn't a great business decision, that bank, you know what I mean, like, you know, that was worth it just for me personally, to have a drift bank in Australia. If you haven't been here and drifted it, guys, it is so fun. Like, I can't even explain how fun that bank is, and everyone would attest to how amazing the bank is to drift. I just can't even put it into words. Like, you just come in there so much faster than you should be able to. You can hold so much speed on a tight part of a track, and it changed this place so much, and it makes me want more like elevation and fun stuff in here. But it's just going to take time, you know, like once we get a more solid idea about what's going on, you know, we'll be able to start to explore some of the other ideas I had with, you know, possibly putting a drift jump in and, you know, some of the more crazy things, you know. So I don't know, we'll see. We'll keep playing it sort of day by day, week by week, month by month at the moment, just staying positive and trying to make things happen. But I'll try and get the Save Archie shirts out ASAP, and literally every cent we're just going to pump straight into the track. We'll have the Save Archie stickers soon, and the sole purpose of that is to pump money into here, you know. And you know, if you don't want to buy like a shirt or a sticker, just come down and support. Honestly, like just people coming through the gate and getting bums on seats is going to help and get this place better again. So you know that we've got a lot of work to do. We've got a long way to go. It's a few things that the council want that are just kind of ridiculous, like metal on the grandstands instead of wood. What else did they want? We got rid of rubber that they wanted rid of, and I've still got to get a Sparky in here. If anyone knows a Sparky that can come and evaluate the wiring, I guess they wanted just some sort of evaluation. And then we also needed a fiery as well. So if anyone can lend their time to try and get stuff like this happening for the track, ASAP, that would be phenomenal. I don't know. This is just a video to like let you guys know what's going on here at the track. You know, we are looking a lot more positive from the council point of view. You know, we're basically, they've let go of the fact that it's a car park or whatever, and moving forward with this being a motorsport venue. But now we're just going through the process of getting a permit that allows drifting here. So they are being supportive with it. They are helping make it happen. But there's just obviously with councils, you know, there's a lot of red tape and just stupid little things that I guess you wouldn't really think about, which is stuff like the, you know, needing a Sparky to come through and needing a fire guy to come through and all that. Even though we had OH&S, which is Occupational Health and Safety, here not long ago, and they were really happy with the place. So yeah, I guess we'll get all the paperwork they need and keep going through the process, guys, and hopefully we can save this drift park, man, because, you know, don't get me wrong, it's a good way to live life. Like running the track for me personally, it's fantastic, and making a YouTube channel, this is a great place for me to you know, get content. And you know, for I guess having the drift track isn't like, you know what I mean, I probably make about as much as someone would make a full-time job at Macca's, but you know, it's allowed me to get the YouTube channel going and allowed me to generate more income via a YouTube channel. So it's allowed me to do a lot more with my life. And I guess if I didn't have the track personally, it would make my YouTube channel a lot harder, and that is like my main revenue source now these days. So yeah, I don't know, it's just one of these things, guys. We got to keep pushing through it. With everybody's support, it means the absolute world, you know what I mean? We have some great crowds, an amazing group of drivers that come here on a semi-regular basis to Archfield Drift Park to drive. If you haven't come here and driven, man, you gotta. Borders are open now. No excuses to not get up here if you're from Sydney or whatever. Like, it's a 10-hour drive. It's so worth it. If you come up and time it right, you can hit Archfield Drift Park on a Thursday night, QR on a Friday night, and then a full Archie Sunday session. So you could fit in so much drifting in Queensland in such a small period. Totally worth it. So yeah, I don't know, I'm gonna wrap it up there, guys. Stay positive. In the meantime, where we don't have the Archfield Drift Park shirts, feel free to come on and grab some of my merch. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next vlog. Thank you so much for watching. Hope there wasn't too much information to take all in. Again, asphalt guy, wiring like a Sparky and a Fiery we're really after at the moment. Hit me up on Instagram or in the comments, whatever you need to do, guys, hit me up. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace out. I'll see you next time. Sick.